friends, this side Vijay Kumar, and you are watching Average Classmate YouTube channel. I'm back with another interesting and informative topic today. We will see some tips and tricks to be more productive while using Excel. Microsoft Excel is a powerful tool that can be used to be more productive by automating repetitive tasks, analyzing data, and managing informations using different formulas. Without further ado, let's open our Excel file. Very first tip which I'm going to show you today, many times I have seen people adding zero before a particular number. So for an example, let's say here we have a unique ID. It can be your customer ID, distributor ID, it can be any number, but the requirement is we need to add some numbers in it. How people add, I have seen people going into that particular cell and adding zero. Let's say 30 I want to add, but if I press enter, that three zeros are gone. So to enter 30, what generally people do, they go here and type single quote, and then they write 000 three times. And this is the way they generally add zero before any number. But this is the wrong technique because it is a time consuming. Right now, I understand I only have 20 records, but it can be more than that. And adding zero in front of any number can be a cumbersome task. So let me press Ctrl Z and let's see the right practice to add zero in front of any number. So we have a function called text. If I write text function, very first parameter value, I need to pass this number, comma, how many zeros I want to write. I want to write three zeros, and right now the total length of this number is 6. So 6 plus 3 would be 9. So I'm going to write here 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Double quote and bracket close. Press enter. So you can see I have added 0 in front of this number. Now double click here, my work is done. With this, or by this technique, we can add 0 in front of any number. So here we have understood the right way to add 0 in front of a number. Now let's see the second problem where people spend lots of time. So here is again the unique ID I have. Here the requirement is we need to use these unique IDs in our SQL query. If I go and show you the query, here we have a query, select star from XYZ table where unique ID, and I have used in operator, and inside the in operator we need to pass these unique IDs in this way. Means these unique IDs would be comma separated values. So I have seen people doing it manually. What they do, they copy from here, they go here and they write single quote and then paste single quote once again, comma, and after then they select the next ID, copy from here. So this way, comma, so on and so forth. They do it until they copy paste all these IDs into the SQL query. So I would say this is wrong practice. We can do it in couple of seconds. So what we need to do, so here the function which can help us is text join. Very first argument delimiter is going to be double quote, single quote, comma, single quote, double quote, comma. This I can skip, comma, and the third argument is saying text. In this argument, I am going to pass entire range, close bracket and press enter. And now I can copy paste this value, Control C, Alt S, V. Okay, and my work is done. I can simply copy this and paste in my query. I just need to add one more single quote in the end, and I can close bracket. My query is ready. So that's how we can use and take help from this function, and we can be more productive in our office. Now let's see the next problem statement. So here user wants to extract numbers from this data sets. So here if you see, I've taken this example only to show you that fetching the numbers from this text is really tough. I've seen people doing it manually or taking help from VBA function and using that get number functions and then fetching these numbers. But this type of activity can be done within few seconds. Let me show you how. Now let me write very first number manually, 353702. Press enter. Now see the magic. The moment I press Control E, entire unique numbers from this string got extracted. Now most part of my work is done, but if I have some numbers where I need to make correction, I can do that. And let me write. So this is the number which I feel is not extracted properly. And here is one more number which did not get extracted properly. Let me rewrite this number one more time and let's see what happened. If I write 353679 and press enter, see what happened. The last number which was incorrect got automatically corrected. So this is the power of flash fill. This is how we can be more productive, and this shortcut key can be used in many different cases where you are combining multiple datas, where you are combining first name, second name, last name, or you are fetching first name from a full name, something like that. These type of technique can be used there. Now let's move to the next problem statement. So here we need to add serial numbers. Okay, so if I go here and add one column, Control Shift plus, okay, let me write a serial number. So how generally people write serial number? I have seen people writing serial number here manually. 1, 2, and then double click here. This method they use to write the serial numbers for the data sets. In case if I delete my data, but this method has a drawback. If my data got deleted, so these numbers are not going to change. Let me press Ctrl Z. So the right way to insert serial numbers in this case is to add sequence function. Sequence functions generates a list of sequence numbers in a range that you specify. And the syntax of sequence functions are very simple. So let's quickly write our sequence function. I'm going to delete this data set, and here I'm going to write sequence bracket start, and here in the very first argument I'm going to write a functions, another functions, that is count a. Count a functions I'm going to use, and I'm going to select this entire column, bracket close, press enter. This way these serial numbers got inserted and are totally dynamic. Even if my records got deleted, no matter how many records I delete, my numbers are dynamic enough and my numbers are getting adjusted automatically. Now let me press Ctrl Z and Ctrl Z. Okay, so this way guys you can write sequence functions. Let's say you don't have this feature in your version, so you can simply use the very basic function and get your job done. Let me delete this function. The functions you can use here is row, ROW, bracket start, bracket close. And because I'm writing this function in row 2, so let me subtract 1 from here, press enter and double click here. So this way you can, if I go down, you can see I have the last record set is 51290. So function is working really fine. And let's quickly check. If I delete the records, let's see what happened. No matter how many records I delete, functions will work totally fine. So these two functions you can use to be more productive when you are writing sequence. Now let's see the last problem statement. If I go in the sheet, we have data where we need to convert. For an example, this name we need to convert into Hindi. Or for an example, I got these names in different language, in Japanese language, Chinese language, or any other language, or let's say in Hindi language. Now I want to convert it into English. So how I can do that? So let's see. If I select this data set and press Alt Shift F7, see what happened. So you can see here names which I have selected, and the language is automatically detected English. And if I go towards down, we have another sections which is asking in which language I want these to get translated. So from here, from in this drop down, I can select Hindi. And now you can see all those English name got translated into Hindi. And I can simply copy from here. And if I want to paste these names here, I can simply go here and paste these names. These names got pasted horizontally. But let's say my requirement is to paste these names vertically. So what I will do, I will go here and swap from here. Now I will simply copy these names and paste in this particular cell. So this is all guys. This is the way you can be more productive using these techniques. That's all from my side. Thank you very much guys.
उम्मीद है आप लोगों को मजा आया होगा। अगर आपको कुछ नया सीखने को मिला है तो वीडियो को लाइक जरूर कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिएगा उनके साथ जो करियर में ग्रोथ चाहते हैं और मेहनत से नहीं घबराते हैं। और हाँ, अगर ये हमारी पहली मुलाकात है तो नीचे दिए हुए सब्सक्राइब बटन पर जोर से हिट कीजिए। आपसे बहुत जल्द मुलाकात होगी विद वन मोर इंटरेस्टिंग एंड इंफॉर्मेटिव वीडियो के साथ। टिल देन कीप स्माइलिंग एंड हैप्पी लर्निंग।